Hello everyone, this is Rick Passek, FlyFish Fanatic, and welcome to my tying bench. Today we're going to be tying a Knouff Lake Special. Phenomenal searching pattern. One of my favorite searching patterns. Kind of represents a caddis, kind of represents can be a leech, can be a dragon, can be a damsel, can be anything. So the orange wings and throat in this is the one, and the tail is really what attracts the fish, and then the regular green body and stuff. So this is a bit of a variant on the original Knouff Lake Special, but this is one that I've done well with. So hope you guys enjoy it. Get on the video. So today in the vise we have a Hends BL700 in a size 10. Tie these in a 8, 10, 12. This is just a little bit of a variation of a Knouff Lake Special, so it's just a little bit different, but it's a great little searching pattern. For the thread, we're going to be using some Semperfli Nanosilk in black. For the tail, a little bit of Golden Pheasant crest. For the wing, Golden Pheasant crest. For the body, we will be using some Woolly Bugger antron chenille in medium olive. I also use the new Semperfli Mobster chenille in the bigger sizes. I did tie a couple on this size as well. I'll show you guys at the end what it looks like. It's a little bulky on this size, so if I'd go up to like a 6 or an 8, I would use the Mobster chenille. I like it much better. And then for the rib, I'll be using some Semperfli UV Cheeky. And for the collar, I'll be using a little bit of also Golden Pheasant, the chest down below the crest. So, alrighty, here we go. So, if you want this weighted, you can put some sticky back flat lead or some lead in the underbody. Don't use a bead. At least traditionally, this fly doesn't use a bead. That doesn't mean you can't use a bead, but it's just better with a flat lead of some sort. So I'm just going to build up just a bit of a thread dam right at the back here, just a little bulge so that tail can stick up so it doesn't get fouled. Just get in front of that. Take a piece of the pheasant crest. I've already got a piece here from another one I was tying, and I want it about the length of the body, and the body's going to be about there, so about like that. Just get that tied in, just to see, make sure that's looks decent, and it does. So then I'm just going to come back slowly right until I hit that that thread dam, that bulge that I make to help it stick up. There we go. Okay, now we can cut this roughly to the length of the body, get rid of that, and just in open wraps, just get this tied down, and then, like I said, it's not going to be seen anyway. It's just for stability and making sure that tail doesn't slip more than anything, right? So, come back up. I'm going to stop right about there, and I'll take that UV Cheeky. I also use a flat floss as well, but it depends on the material I'm using. Like I just practiced one with the I always do a little bit of a practice one, just not that I don't know how, but it's been sometimes it's been a while since I've tied this particular fly. This little bugger's not wanting to catch. There we go. So I always do just one to make sure I've got all my materials ready and all that kind of stuff. And I did one with that with the Mobster chenille, and it just kind of got buried in it. So just be aware of what material you're using, and that it may. You really want this to be predominant. You want this rib to really stand out. It's a big part of this pattern, the rib and then the wing. So again, up to the front, I'm going to take my chenille here, the Woolly Bugger chenille. I'm just going to see if I can, yes I can, expose a tip, so then I can just go back into here. That way I don't bulk up my body. Make sure I'm back all the way. Right up to that tail. wrap your thread back forward, stop at about 2 hook eyes back, roughly, because that's where I'm going to build my my wing and my collar. And then just in touching wraps, don't overlap, touching wraps. One more. Tie that off nicely, nice and tight. 3 on top, 3 in front. Cut off the excess. Take your UV Cheeky, and I want to do this I want to do this opposite the way I tied in the chenille. This just helps hold that chenille in as well. You can see how predominant that rib really stands out. That's what I want. I want that. I'll show you the other one later and show you what I mean by the fact that it's the pile length of the lobster chenille. It's awesome, but for this fly, you lose the rib, and you don't want that. You really want this rib to stand out. And this rib's got because again, as the name suggests, UV Cheeky, it really lights up, right? So, but you want that rib to stand out in this pattern. Okay. So that's that portion. Now I'm going to take a piece of the one feather off the crest here, a little bit lower down, just one feather. Doesn't have to be, you don't want a long fibers on this. And you don't want too many. This is more of a hint, is what this is going to be. So I'm just prepping this feather, peeling off all the underfluff, and then I tie this in by the tip. So just stroke all your other materials down, all your barbules, just to expose that tip. There we go. I'll show you in a second once I've got that on. So it's not a lot. Okay. Just want to make sure you get all that tied on well, and then I'm going to cut off that tip section. I'm going to grab my hackle plier. And just come around. Okay. That walked in. Stroke that center core back, and then I'm going to cut that off. Come on. Just get rid of that center. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to stroke some of this material up here, down, because I want this to be more of a throat than anything. So that's going to just stay down like that for now. And then I'm going to take a good portion of the crest, and I want a really nice portion here, and I want it to be about almost halfway into the tail, not quite, about there. Just hold it on, loose wrap, catching wrap, bring that in, make sure it's how you want it. Yep. Cut off my excess here, and then just build a decent sized head, and if it's in the eye, just get in there with your thread. There we go, and just get that off. Whip finish. Like I said, this is a variation. It's not the exact Knouff Lake Special. It's one that I've been playing with over the years and have done quite well with. I mean, the Knouff Lake Special in many different variations, it's just such a successful fly, and not just at Knouff Lake, Sullivan Lake. That whole area, I've done so well with this fly in the over the years. So, like I said, you can stroke this the collar back. It really doesn't matter, because once it gets wet, this is all going to flow back anyway, like this, right? So it doesn't really matter if this is in the top. It just helps if you stroke that material back down. It just helps seat that wing a little bit better. That's all. So, Alrighty, so that is the finished variant of the Knouff Lake Special. I'll show you the other one that I was telling you about with the mobster chenille. So this is the one with the mobster chenille. And you see it's just a little bit bulkier, but it's also a little bit softer than this stuff is. This is quite firm. This is a little softer, the mobster chenille. So once this gets wet, it'll act great as well. I just don't like having reducing my hook gap from my tip of my hook to the body. I don't like reducing it too much, so that's why I like using something that compresses down a bit more. But like I said, the next size up, this is a 10, so a 6 and an 8. I would definitely use the mobster chenille over this antron chenille. So, alrighty. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you've subscribed, thank you very much. If you have not, please consider doing so. And pay attention, we're getting close, really close to 3,000 subscribers. Once we hit that, I'll be doing another couple of giveaways. Definitely one for the Osprey Fly book that the Osprey Fly Fishers have generously donated. I've got a couple of copies of that. Plus, I'll probably do some fly giveaways as well. Alrighty. Have a great day. See you on the next tying video.